Guten Tag, Deutsch 4. Heute haben wir eine neue Aufgabe mit Zeitausdrücken. Das geht von Englisch ins Deutsch. So this is very similar to what you did yesterday. I would say probably just a step up in difficulty because yesterday you went from German to English and today you're going English to German. These are not the exact same prompts, just in the other language. I did change them up a bit, but the structure should look familiar to you. So I've already pulled up the vocab. You should probably have it up too, and the time expressions are down here in kind of the right bottom corner. But hopefully you remember a lot of them from yesterday. So ago, you should know as vor, which also means before, which I think you learned that meaning maybe back in level 2. I can't remember. So if you wanted to say a few minutes ago, first of all, I'll just remind you this little one, that footnote you can find down here in the speaker notes. I told students yesterday this in class. Pa, when it's not capitalized, is few, and when it is capitalized is couple. And that's basically pair. It's the equivalent of pair. So we literally want to say before a few minutes because they start with the vor. So you'd say vor ein paar Minuten. That's like saying a few minutes ago. So in English, we put the ago at the end. In German, they start with it. That should be good enough to get you started there. If you get to a word and you're not sure what it was, like maybe you forgot the word month, I would recommend looking that up on dict.cc. When you put in month, yeah, there it is, right up at the top. And the thing I really like about this particular online dictionary is that it kind of gives like a popularity vote. So you hear 901 people say Monat is probably the most suitable translation for month in most contexts. And 28 people are voting for Mond, which is moon, actually. So I recommend dict.cc. You could also use dict.leo.org if you want to look something up. So on to part B. This is practicing time as in an instance. So you could look back at the vocab if you forgot it. But I'm doing examples with you. So this one is das Mal. And in the plural, it's die Male. And just kind of as a reminder, that plural notation is always listed there in the vocab. So if you want to say a couple times, again, when it's capitalized, couple is, or pa is couple. So you'd say ein paar Mal. Or you could say ein paar Male. I think it's fine either way. I would personally say ein paar Mal. Ich bin ein paar Mal. Yeah, ein paar Mal. The rest of those. Okay, so second, to say like an ordinal number. So you want to say the second time, you'd say das. And you know 2 is zwei. To say second, you just add a t onto it. And that's like the equivalent of the English th. Oh, just kidding. ND for second. Das zweite Mal. So fifth will follow that same pattern with the t. Hundredth actually gets a st. Hundertste. Dang it, now I'm giving away all the answers. Maybe you're not even watching the video. I hope you are. If you're watching the video, good job. Thank you for watching the video. All right, part C, there's a few ways to say ever. So if you need to look back at the vocab, you can and see it's je, schon mal, or schon einmal. The most common of these three would definitely be schon mal, but they're all pretty common, so it's good to know all of them. Je, schon mal, schon einmal. They're pretty equal in meaning. Schon mal is the most common. Never before, actually a better translation of this would be never yet, noch nie. And then not yet is noch nicht. So these are going to come up in this next section. In D, instead of answering in a German sentence, you're actually going to translate from English to German. I know this can be kind of challenging because there's a few things you have to think about when you do it. Just try to do your best. Resist the urge to use Google Translate because I know what types of things that generates and I will not give credit for that. Nummer 1. Have you ever been to New York? Actually, I'm going to do number 2 with you because that's a little more difficult. And if you can, once you see 2, you can probably get number 1. So we're going to say, no, I haven't been to New York, but I would like to go. So you know no is 9. So here you want to say, we're going to separate off this clause to say, I haven't been to New York yet. So it's past tense, and we want to say, I haven't been. Hopefully you remember that bin is gewesen. That's the past tense of sein right here. And when you use that, it gets sein as its helping verb. So nein, ich bin. Then we want to say, I haven't yet been. So ich bin noch nicht. That's the not yet. Ich bin noch nicht in. So this is saying, no, I haven't been to New York yet. The noch nicht can't get separated in German. Like here in English, a lot of times we'll say, I haven't done this yet. And the not yet gets really moved apart. In German, it stays together. Nein, ich bin noch nicht in New York gewesen. And now this, but I would like to go, this part of the sentence is actually in present tense. And we do this that's a perfectly normal sentence in English. It's normal to change the tense within a sentence in English and in German. So that's what we're going to do in this last clause. Hopefully you remember, but is aber. Would like is möchte. Gern. So that part was kind of more simple. Here it was that getting the past tense with the helping verb and gewesen, that's been. And then here is the equivalent of not yet, noch nicht. So knowing that structure, you should be able to get number 1 because it's just getting that same past tense, have been. Here you'll include ever. So you could say je, schon mal, or schon einmal. Let's see. Have you ever been to an island? So I'll kind of give you a little bit of a clue on number 3, but I don't want to do the whole thing with you because I want you to do a bit on your own as well. This actually has 2 verbs. See, it's went camping. So in German, when you make that sentence, you'll say like, my friends and I in German. So here I go. Not doing too much of it for you. Freunde und ich. And then you'll have that helping verb. And then blah, 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 whatever the rest of your sentence is. And then at the very end, when you've got those 2 verbs, you'll actually say campen, gegangen. So, oops, there we go. So use the helping verb that'll go with gegangen. That you should know because there's movement, clue. And then the rest of this, like in Colorado a few weeks ago, is all you have to put back in there. So remember, ago goes before. So you literally say before a few weeks. I feel like I'm talking too much. I just want to, I don't know. I'm hoping to give good examples here, but trying to find a balance can be difficult. Have you ever been on an island? Again, this is the past tense of sein. So gewesen. And it uses sein as its helping verb. I'm trying to reiterate that quite a bit because I know that verb is new to you. Again, been. No, I haven't been on an island. Yeah, you can get that. When did you last meet up with friends? So number 6, this is going back to that word sich treffen. This is a reflexive verb. So see how it's got that sich in the vocab? So you should include the reflexive pronoun when you translate it. So, wann, when you're meeting up with friends, there's a direct object. And when there's a direct object, it's always haben. So here there's somebody being met. So wann hast du dich? I'm just going to get that one started for you. You still have to finish it up in the past tense. So you'll use the past tense version of meet that's listed here, getroffen, to finish up that sentence. But I've got the helping verb there for you, and I'm just trying to kind of point out that treffen is reflexive. 7 follows that similar structure. So again, you'll put sich treffen in the past tense, and then you've got that with friends a couple days ago. That should be fairly simple. Have you ever traveled to Europe? You can get that. No, not yet. I plan to go next summer. You got that. You can get it. If you have questions as you're doing this, please let me know. I'm really trying to find a balance of like giving ample examples, but not giving away too much. So I hope that was fine. Have a great day. Tschüss. Ciao. Wiedersehen.